Prior to starting the course, I was quite severely depressed, probably bordering on suicidal, although I would never have committed suicide, but my general manner and feeling about life was pretty grim. Lots of problems with parents and illness and Alzheimer's in two parents. Business very difficult and very bad. And it just seems to have been, for the past 5 or 8 years, an uphill struggle every day, and constant recriminations about I could have done it better, I should have done this, I should have done that, what if I'd have done this, what if I'd have done that, on and on and on. My whole day seemed to be recriminations about what I'd done or hadn't done or should have done or could have done. And the rest of the time was then preoccupied with what if this happens, what happens tomorrow, what will this happen, what if we do this and do that and do the other, and then go down this road, go down that road, go down the other. Just a constant battle of worry and anxiety all the time. I've had to think quite hard about that, because all that's gone now, absolutely gone. The past really has absolutely no interest. The training and understanding with the course has led me to release so much anger and frustration and disappointment. All those have gone. So quite a different place from where I was just barely 6 months ago. The change for me is almost incomprehensible. Obviously, life goes around me as it always has done, and there are things that need to be done and people to visit and conversations to be had. But none of it's stressful anymore. It just seems to happen, and I still have some difficulties with some of the people around me, and the business still drags in a little bit, but I very quickly can release all that and become in the moment, and the moment is fine. Everything is absolutely perfect, and I've no desire to change anything or run off in this direction or that direction, because I feel quite comfortable, and things are as they are, and I'm being looked after, and I feel part of a huge whole, of which you're me and I'm you, and everything is. It's quite difficult to put words to.
If you had to list on a scale of 1 to 10 your well-being before the course and your well-being right now in this moment, what would that look like?
Minus something at the beginning, quite definitely. I can't imagine a better place than here and now at this moment. So it has to be a 10.
Has it been, has it been a result of just everything improving, and, has the business gotten better and all the family stuff gotten better? Is it circumstances that have been a result of this?
Not at all. I would say that things are pretty well where they were when we started, if not in some cases, particularly with business, even more difficult and stressful. But they're not stressful anymore. The difficulties that are there, I will deal with as and when they're placed in front of me, and I'll have the words and the means to do what needs to be done on a moment by moment basis. But basically, my parents are still quite poorly. There's quite a lot of stress around my mother and my father-in-law, who both got Alzheimer's. And business is as difficult as it possibly could be, but who knows? There are plans and processes in place, which I'm certainly not going to dwell on the outcome of those. I've done all I can, and the powers that be will ensure a result or not. But it's fine. It's absolutely fine. Before, I'd have been tearing my hair out, I'd have been sleepless, I'd have been pacing up and down, what if, if we'd have done this, if we'd have done... No. The person that I knew as Paul really isn't quite there in the same way. Okay, I'm still a dad and a husband and a colleague and all the rest of it. But what's gone in the past is obviously help me be the person I am and the knowledge and the understanding I've got. But I don't dwell on it. For me, it's okay. It really is okay. I think that's the whole point, is that the situation hasn't changed, but the way I view it and the way I'm dealing with it has changed. I'm so much calmer now amongst my friends and relatives and what have you. It's a huge improvement on where I was 6 months ago. So whatever the improvement at the moment, it has got to be a plus for the other people. Now I can say the things that I do and the knowledge I have and the decisions I make are generally good decisions. And I would say I'm probably more effective because I haven't got the worry and the stress and the anxiety as the outcome. I can look at things quite dispassionately almost. Who wants fear? I seem to have lived that for the past 60 years of my, well, not 60, but certainly a majority of my life has been quite fearful. Confront the fears and let them go, because there is nothing to fear. Most of the past 18 years with business, because of my business partner, have really been management by crisis. Sort of bad feelings about those episodes. I have no feeling one way or the other. They've gone. They really have gone. Doesn't matter anymore. It doesn't matter. What I've got now is time. I've never had time. I'm not spending my time worrying about this or planning that or planning something else. I'm taking on board all the good things that I have, which I've never really appreciated, because I know that wherever I am, I will be fine. I think I've been searching all my life for something, for this in fact, although I never quite knew what it was. My truth is quite different now. If anybody ever asked me to sum up what life was about, I always used to say it was about love, unconditional love. At some level, I've always believed that we are all one entity. Deep down, I've always believed that, but never really kind of managed to touch it. I've always been separate from that. And I think most of my life I've been searching, and I've been quite distressed and quite unhappy at times in my life, because I feel as though I just can't quite reach whatever it was that I think I should be a bigger part of. Although part of me understood that I was a part of that, whatever, but I was separate. It's this separateness that has gone. I don't feel separate anymore. I really do understand, and my own understanding of it, that you and I are the same person, and our experience is just slightly different, but it's all part of the same experience. So to anybody who's fearful about this, what a revelation to be totally at one with oneself. I can't explain it. I really can't. But whatever I've been searching for all my life seems to be here and now. Everything is as it should be. So I can't say that I'm looking for synchronicity. And whatever seems to come seems to be the right thing. But things seem easier. But I don't know whether that's just because of my perception of it and the fact that I'm not worrying about the what ifs and what was and why it and all the rest of it. All that's gone. So there isn't the same worries and drives and concerns anymore. Things just are working out as they should do, because I'm here now at this moment and nothing else exists for me at the moment. I'm not even given this state of being a huge amount of time anymore, because it just is what it is, and I don't want to analyze it. I think one of our last conversations was that I don't feel I have to justify what I am or why I am or what I'm experiencing. I certainly have no desire to sort of jump up on a bandwagon and sort of say, hey, come and follow this, because this is right for me, it's necessarily right for you. I think the awakening process is absolutely essential for every human being. It was like you'd given us a huge toy box, and every week something new came out to play with it. It was quite, it was good fun. I've not enjoyed myself like this for so many years that I can't remember. It was the overall camaraderie of the whole group and the, you know, the 6 of us that took the course became very close, and I think we're good friends now. And I think sharing our own experiences and supporting each other was very important. All people that will be forever in my heart and in my mind. I was absolutely blown away at the ability to find 2 hours a day with no problem at all, and they were enjoyable 2 hours. As anybody who goes through the course, I'm sure the thing will be of a similar format, and you'll lead people from a very slow beginning all the way through. And before I knew it, I was taking on board all sorts of practices and different things from one week to the next, and some were more resonating than others, some were very difficult, and sitting there the first few weeks meditating, that hour was a long hour sometimes. Now, what hour? I can't be an hour already. That's ridiculous. But it wasn't hard. It wasn't an effort. It wasn't something that I thought, oh, I've got to do an hour of meditation today. I mean, when am I going to do that? That never happened at all. There were changes going on, and I was feeling calmer and more content, and I had no idea where it was going to lead. I'd just been quite happy if I'd have been kicked off the course after the first 3 weeks with what I'd learned, because my well-being had increased considerably over quite a short period of time. This was more important than anything else that could have been around at the time, because I could see the benefits, and I think you kept giving us tests every now and again on our well-beings and what have you, which I studiously filled in. Part of me wants to analyse it, but the main part of me is quite content to know that it's happened, and I'm here now.
Is there any reason to fear the transition to PNSE and what it brings itself?
How could there be? To experience this is what I've been looking for most of my life. And if you're looking, or you're a seeker, and you're fortunate enough to find it, I can't see a downside. I really can't. I think if you're going to start this, you need to finish it. You need to give it 100%, because you're not sure where it's going to take you. It has the potential to make such a wonderful impact on your life that to not give it 100%, why bother at all? Something like this, it requires a fair amount of work, but I use the word work very loosely, because it wasn't work. It was enjoyment. It's a way of life, and so yeah, commitment definitely, but it's something that you'll enjoy doing if you follow the things. Get over the first couple of hours of meditations and the difficulties there if you're not a meditator, and so plain sailing the rest of the way.